Hi, and welcome to another Terribly Fun Films Nerd Show and Tell. Like most of the Nerd Show and Tells, this is a DVD Blu-ray movie collection update. I usually like to wait until I have a decent handful of titles to show off. Just showing off one or two, would be like a 2-minute video. It doesn't seem worth it for me to make, for you to watch, that kind of a thing. However, I did not realize how many titles I had until I started shooting this. So I'm sorry, but let's get to it. First up on DVD, we have the Dean Cain, Eric Roberts movie, Breakaway. I know nothing about it. I hope it's good. After that, we have the direct-to-DVD action movie, Breakout, starring Brendan Fraser. I don't know how or why I didn't already own this one, but the Blu-ray of John Carpenter's Christine. Between his two production companies, Empire and Full Moon, Charles Band has probably written, directed, produced, and or had some other hands in thousands upon thousands of horror films. Some of them have been proven to be massive hits and are in fact still ongoing today, like the Puppet Master series. Some of them were such hits that an anthology film of shorts was devised to sort of re-enter those worlds and do that sort of thing. It was going to be called Pulse Pounders, and it was going to have a short for Trancers and some other stuff. Sadly, due to natural disasters, it was deemed lost before it was ever actually finished. Then recently, they rediscovered an old print of it. I don't know all the details there. But they've now released 2 of their shorts on DVD. This is one of them. The Evil Clergyman. Next, we have the last DVD I needed to complete my Perry Tejo collection. And no, The Curse of Sleeping Beauty does not count, as here in North America has not been released on DVD yet. I don't know why. Come on, guys. I really want that movie. But this is The Evil Inside. Now we have the DVD for a demonic possession thriller told from the perspective of the evil entity doing the possession. Grace, the Possession. Haven't seen it. Heard fairly mixed things. But everyone says that it's at least ambitious and intriguing, even if your results on the execution may vary. Next up, I have a DVD for a movie I'd never heard of. I stumbled across this in a community thrift store, and it just looks too ridiculous. So I absolutely had to get it. The Haunted Sea with James Brolin. Just really, look at that cover. I'm probably going to laugh a lot. When a big budget remake is put into theaters, the Asylum is not far behind with their tie-in films. Ben-Hur got released to complete indifference amongst critics and audiences worldwide, and is a severe loss for its company. The Asylum made a tie-in called In the Name of Ben-Hur, which I've already seen and enjoyed. It was good. I have not seen the big budget version, and I just don't care. Next up, we have a straight-to-DVD horror film, Most Likely to Die, which was a lot of fun. It was an interesting slasher, even if it doesn't totally work. Now, we have the Blu-ray for Disney's Newsies. I love this movie. We have the newly released Blu-ray for the comedy Night of the Living Dead. Next, we have the DVD for a movie that has a really interesting gimmick to it. You can buy an app that is directly related to the movie. Turn your app on while watching the film, and you can then interact with certain cues in the film to unlock certain things in the movie, if that makes sense. Certain clues, that type of thing. That film is Panzer, aka Panzer Chocolate, which I actually really wish they kept that name. Once you see the movie, that name makes more sense than just naming it after a tank. I've only watched the movie sans the app. It's an entertaining ride. I haven't used the app yet. I'm really excited to try that out. There's also a book that I'm not sure if this is based on the book or if the book is based on the movie, but I'm going to try to get that and review that as well. Next up, we have a movie frickin' Zach Ward directed. It was an intense little thriller. He's also co-starring in it, and that is Restoration! Expect a review soon. I love riff tracks. You all know that. So, riff tracks on DVD. The Guy from Harlem. It's insane. The movie is a goofy, kind of family-friendly sci-fi adventure. Robot overlords. Got it for $5. Totally worth it. After that, we have Ty West's first film, I believe, or at least first full-length film, I should specify. I haven't watched it yet, but given how much I love his other films, I have high expectations. The Roost. Now we come to a DVD for a Sci-Fi Channel film, Savage Planet, starring Sean Patrick Flannery. So, awesome. This was a straight-to-DVD natural disaster film, although it specifies sci-fi right here. My finger's blocking that, sorry. So, I don't know, I haven't watched it yet, so maybe there's some sci-fi element that I'm missing. But based on the description and the title, I wouldn't think so. Sinkhole! Next, we have something I didn't even know was a thing, and I'm really excited to own this. That is the 2-disc special edition for the French animated movie The Triplets of Belleville. I love this movie. This movie is a masterpiece. The next movie took me a long time to find because for reasons unknown to me, Sci-Fi Channel dropped it, meaning that the production company had to scramble around to try to find an outlet to distribute it. It got released for like 1 week on DVD before being pulled, maybe that, perhaps less, and has now been re-released under the title Big Bad Bugs for streaming purposes, Amazon streaming, that kind of thing. I haven't seen it on Hulu or Netflix yet, but I might have just missed it. On DVD though, it is called The Vortex, Gateway to Armageddon. I'm so excited for this movie. Oh my god, you have no idea how long I've been waiting to watch this. We have another Sci-Fi Channel film called Webs. I know nothing about it. It was a Sci-Fi Channel film. It was cheap, so I got it. Now we have the DVD for the horror film Welcome to the Jungle. Not to be confused with the crazy, hilarious Jean-Claude Van Damme starring Welcome to the Jungle from just a few years ago. From my understanding, this is more Predator, only with robots or something. Again, I haven't seen it. I've heard okay things. And now we have some of the bigger titled Blu-rays that I've recently acquired. The first being The Night Before, directed by Jonathan Levine. Saw it in theaters because Jonathan Levine is one of my favorite directors. Didn't love it. Really was slightly disappointed. I still enjoyed it. It was funny. And I think maybe now that I know some of the elements that I don't think work and stuff, and I can be prepared for that, I think I may have a better time overall with the film. After that is the Blu-ray of Keanu, which is adorable and hilarious and is the perfect anti-headache movie. You come home, you had a hard day at work, or you're sick or something, and you just have a headache, watch this film, you'll feel instantly better. Then I have the Blu-ray for Let's Be Cops. Very funny, very ridiculous little film. Really stupid, but really funny. Then I have the recently released Blu-ray for Hard Target 2, which is a gorgeous movie. Gorgeous. It's great looking. Awkward editing and a very predictable plot. But the cinematography and the lighting and the sets, gorgeous. Then I have my second or third favorite film of the year. I would have to sit down and actually figure that out properly, but it's definitely in my top 3 right now. And that is Disney's The Jungle Book. this film was amazing. The way it retells the story that's been told so many times, and does it differently than the original version with Sabu, does it differently than the original animated Disney classic. It's phenomenal. And I haven't watched it on Blu-ray yet, but I can only imagine that it looks like to die for. After that, we have the title I've been waiting on to really do this video. And again, if I had realized how many other titles I had, I would have done one then, and then done one for... Maybe I would have split it up to just the Blu-rays or something. Anyway, it is my favorite film of the year so far. Not saying that won't change, but as of right now, me filming this is the best film I've seen all year. You probably already know what I'm talking about. That is Captain America, Civil War. This is the Best Buy exclusive steelbook. And it's a really nice steelbook. The cover here, the crack is embossed, so it actually feels like it's been cracked. The image on the back is pretty great. So I love everything about this film. It's my favorite superhero film of all time. That's all I got for new movies right now. I hope you enjoyed this, and once I watch some of these films, I will definitely let you know my thoughts on them. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.